Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 4th through the 10th. This is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am setting the intention for the next 7 days, but you might see this video a few weeks from now, a few months from now, a few years from now. So the messages are just meant for whenever you see it, for the next 7 days from whenever you happen to see it. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, let's see what's coming up here for the Capricorn collective. We're going to move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card that's coming up here is the Five of Wands. And this is coming up right out the gate. So starting off the week, Capricorn, some of you may be dealing with some kind of an internal struggle. You may be feeling conflicted, like you're not sure what you want to do or how you want to proceed about a matter. I'm hearing, should I stay or should I go? So maybe this is in a work situation, maybe this is in a romantic relationship, maybe this is in the town where you're living. But I'm hearing, should I stay or should I go? So some of you might be wondering if this is a time for a fresh start. Some of you may be wondering, is this time to start something new? Like, am I going to give up on this? Am I going to go in a different direction? And I'm feeling this internal struggle with the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands has layers to it, and it can come up in different ways. And this is a reading for the collective. Maybe some of you are not dealing with the internal struggle. Maybe some of you are dealing with competition or competitiveness, people trying to show you up. If that's the case, you just have to take it with a grain of salt and tell yourself, I must be doing something right if people are wanting to compete with me. In matters of self-employment and business, Five of Wands can be very positive because it's a card that says you're in the running. People know about you. People are talking about you. People who are in the same line of work are seeing you as a competitor. They're like, oh, where'd Capricorn come from? Right? So this could be being in the running. So it could have a positive aspect in matters of business and self-employment. The next card that's coming up for Capricorn is the Five of Cups. Now this is interesting. We have 5 repeating twice, right? We'll see if there's any more 5s in your reading, but so far we have 5 repeating twice. And so the number 5 is being emphasized here. When 5 is being emphasized, or when a number is being emphasized, in my readings, sorry, I knocked something over. In my readings, Spirit is emphasizing that angel number or that message. If you don't know, 5 is a number that is about change, changes that are coming in. Oftentimes, these changes are because something is robbing us of our health or our vibrancy. Sometimes it could be related to things that are like not good for us being removed, or we're being led or guided into a direction to help us to be healthier, happier. The 5 also angel number can do with karmic changes and karmic shifts. So sometimes 5 can come up to say that you're clearing out karmic energy, or karmic situations are coming to an end. 5 of Cups is a card that can come up in terms of like sadness. We might be sad, we might be disappointed that things didn't go the way that we had hoped, and things didn't go the way that we had anticipated. And so the 5 of Cups wants you to know not all is lost, and you still have a lot that you can work with right now. But in this instance, 5 of Cups is saying, do whatever you can to resist the urge of self-medicating. Do whatever you can to resist the urge of numbing yourself, and allow yourself to grieve or mourn that which did not work out, or that which you feel you have lost. Now, Capricorn, Spirit is giving me a feeling or the sense that this thing coming to the surface for a lot of you is a very old thing that you thought you had already gotten it out of your system, or you haven't thought about for a long time. But this is something that in actuality, you pushed it down and you buried it, and it's blocking you ever since. And now it's coming to the surface, so you can release it, you can grieve it, you can mourn it, you can get it out of your system, and you can open up to receive. So when this heavy feeling comes to the surface, do your very best to ride out the feeling. Let yourself feel it and resist the urge to numb yourself. Now, there's different ways that people numb themselves. It could be through drink, food, different substances, physical intimacy. It can be throwing ourselves into our work and being a workaholic. It can be hitting the gym really hard and, pushing ourselves in really big, difficult fitness goals. Sometimes numbing ourselves looks very productive. And so what you want to do is don't fool yourself into thinking that, I'm being productive, when all you're doing is pushing down a feeling. So let yourself feel the feeling. Let yourself feel it, right? And that doesn't mean if you're somebody who likes to work out that you can't go and you can't run it out or lift weights and get it out of your system in that way. But you need to make sure that you're aware of the feeling and you're feeling the feeling and you're pushing it out instead of distracting yourself and pushing it down, right? So maybe if that's confusing and you're not sure what the difference is going to be there, maybe let yourself write it out and then have the workout or the DIY project or the productiveness be your aftercare. The thing that you're doing to cheer yourself up after and to build yourself up after this big release. But I feel, Capricorn, a lot of you are unloading something, a disappointment that you have carried for a very long time. Okay? For some of you, this could be grieving a parental bond. Maybe you feel that you didn't have the parental bond or the parental nurturing or guidance you needed. Maybe it's a relationship that ended years ago. Maybe it's an unrequited love from high school, decades ago. It's going to be different for different ones of you, but I feel that this is something very much from the past. I don't feel like it's a fresh wound, but it's been so repressed and blocking you, and now is the time to release it. The next card that's coming up here for you all, Capricorn, is very positive. You guys are like, good, it's about time. You have the Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is happiness. Nine of Cups is a wish being granted, a wish being fulfilled, right? Your wish has come true. And so Nine of Cups can be being able to enjoy the fruits of our labor, being able to enjoy our success. It's very positive, very happy energy. The difficult aspect of it, on the other side of the Nine of Cups, is oftentimes we have people that they don't realize how hard you've worked for this accomplishment, and they may be looking at you with envy. They may be looking at you with jealousy. Or they might feel like you have this big head, or like you've forgotten who you are, or you're some kind of a sellout, or it's not fair. How come Capricorn has so much? They don't realize how hard you've had to work. And so the Nine of Cups can come up to say, look, this really big blessing is coming your way, but you have to have really good, really strong, really solid boundaries right now. And you have to have a sense of deservingness. I deserve to have this. I worked my butt off for this. And if other people can't be happy for me, that's their problem. But I really can't be worried about that right now because I worked so hard. I need to enjoy what I've worked for. I need to enjoy what I've manifested. And I'm not going to take that into my space or take that into my energy. Also, with this Nine of Cups, people might be looking at you like you have so much. And so they might be looking at you like, well, you have so much, I have so little, so you need to give to me. You need to, like, you're obligated to give to me because you have so much. So the Nine of Cups for me is sometimes like Spirit wants to give you this blessing, but Spirit knows there's people that are sitting at your table that the second that this banquet is laid out, they're going to come in and they're going to devour it like locusts. And they're not going to leave you anything, even though maybe you were willing to share. And so the Nine of Cups comes in with the energy of having boundaries. We can give and we can be generous, but everybody has a budget. Everybody has a limit. You have to know where your boundaries are. How much are you willing to give? How much can you give without putting yourself in any kind of detriment? And this can also be in terms of your energy and your time. It doesn't have to be financial. But the Nine of Pentacles says boundaries are very important for you right now so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and so that you don't have people coming in and devouring it up like locusts. Okay? So there's this sense here of like boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. The next card that's coming up here for Capricorn is the Three of Cups. And Three of Cups is good news and celebration, right? Cause for celebration. So this could be a big milestone that's coming in for some of you and you're wanting to celebrate this milestone. Whether it's a career milestone, a personal milestone, whatever it might be, there's a significant milestone or cause for celebration. The Three of Cups can also sometimes be seen as engagement or getting engaged. Maybe some of you are going to be celebrating the engagement of a friend or a family member, and there could be something significant happening for you through that process. Maybe some of you are manifesting, getting engaged or getting married. And the Three of Cups also is about like finding like-minded people, soul tribe. Now, those of you who watch my readings, you know that the Three of Cups kind of has a special meaning for me sometimes in my readings. And we have all of this aspect of release and healing. And so I'm feeling that vibe here for some of you with this Three of Cups. Three of Cups sometimes comes up in my readings when you're healing from the feminine wound, okay? Whether this is a mother wound, maternal wound, maybe you had a mom that behaved more like a jealous sibling than a mother, or just really was not nurturing, or was very cold and very judgmental and very critical. Or maybe you just dealt with a lot of mean girl energy in your life with the competitiveness and the backstabbing and the gossiping and, you know, just being two-faced, or making you feel like you have to jump through hoops and, you know, like put them on a pedestal to be worthy of them. Some of you have been dealing with toxic femininity and have wounds from this toxic femininity. So sometimes I see the Three of Cups where now there's positive feminine energy. There's high vibrational feminine energy. And you're healing being in this association. You're healing being around this energy and this positive feminine vibe, right? Like nurturing, powerful, healing, soothing, creative, beautiful feminine energy. So this could be a time that some of you are finding that there are more women that are coming into your life that are very different than the women that you've been used to in your life, right? They just may be a very different vibration. For some of you, the Three of Cups can also be networking and collaborations that are going to be very profitable and very successful for you. Now, it's going to be different for different ones of you. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign, or it might add a little extra information for you. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. There's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can definitely schedule a private reading with me there. There's also a link in the description of the video that will take you to the love readings for July, if you haven't checked that out. If you want to find your moon sign and rising sign videos, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to the weekly forecast playlists as well. And for those of you who don't know, by popular demand, I've been posting a daily message, because a lot of people are like, I like the weekly forecast, but I want a daily message, and it helps me start my day off on a positive note. So if you feel like a daily message might be helpful for you, be sure to check out the daily messages that I post here on this channel. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead, and hopefully we'll see you all in the dailies. Take care and be well, my darlings.